Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Meeple Marathon and our continued campaign of Aftermath, the adventure book game by Jerry Hawthorne and Plaid Hat Games. So, at the end of our last mission, we were successful in the mission, but we really took a beating on time, and we also did not collect nearly enough food. And I thought that during the allocation phase that I had, was needing to lose 10 morale. I only had 6, and that's essentially losing the game if your morale goes down to 0. I was going to invoke the infinite lives rule, which is in the rule book, and that simply means you set your population back to 5 and your morale to 5, and you just continue on. What I completely forgot about, however, is the fact that I have the market built. And I built this last time, and so essentially this allows me to trade in scrap and batteries along with food, or if I needed scrap, I could trade in food or whatnot. So I ended up having to trade in all the rest of my scrap and a bunch of my batteries, but I was able to get to the point where I did not need to lose all my morale. I lost, it was like, I think I was 11 short. No, 11 or 12, no, 11 short. So I lost 5 morale and 10 scrap and 2 batteries to get to the 11 that I needed to create the food. So essentially we are still in business. I then was able to build the water pump with my 5 remaining, so I'm at 0 scrap. And the garden I was also able to build because it costs 0 scrap. All I had to do is have the water pump built, which I just built, and mission 10 in the banished deck box, which I had done previously. So we are all set to go now in order to better feed our colony, because the garden, this is the one thing we've been working on this whole time, gives us essentially 10 food, or we can reduce our population by 10 when we get to the accounting step. So right now we're at a population of exactly 15. We only need 5 food at the end of this mission to be able to feed our entire population. So this is huge. So we did have to lose 2 buildings. So we lost our lookout and we lost the colony upgrade that allows us to have a larger population, but that's fine. We'll get those back. So for this main mission, I decided to dial it back a little bit, and this one doesn't look to be as intense. So the main mission we've chosen is firepower, and then the side mission, obviously since we're at 0 food, is going to be forage the area. So we're pretty familiar with this one, so we'll just set this one off to the side. Firepower reads, "We always have reason to fear advancements in weapon design," Patch says, "but weapons that spout flame create a threat unlike anything we've seen. You must hunt down the scaled ones who acquired this new horror, and you must end their reign of fire." Now that's interesting. I earned a fire... Where is it? My aerosol flamer. I earned this last time because I was able to choose a ranged weapon of my choice, which was nice. So I'm wondering if that's what we're working towards here, but either way, we'll figure it out. We'll build back up our food supply, and then we'll move on to more tougher missions. So yeah, we have to travel on foot, which is fine. I want to be investigating some search tokens here, and we have to go to B3, which we can see on our map here is Chandeliers, which we've been to. And we're going to travel on foot, and we have 3 time to do it. So basically 1, 2, 3, we're just going to head straight there. The question is whether we go down to East Street. I don't really like going by Gutter Doom, so I think we'll go Parkway around the clock and then Chandeliers, and we'll go that way. So let's go ahead and find page 41. Okay, so we are pretty familiar with this setup here. So basically I'm just going to try and breeze through and pick up as many tokens as possible and get on our way. The encounter that I drew was nomads, and the situation is safe. And essentially, if I can convince these guys to come back to our colony, I can get 2 loot out of it, which would be nice. Otherwise, we just need to get out of here before things get tricky. So, let's see. Whisper has the calm aspect. For 2 white cards, she can remove a non-meekling leader sharing your space from play, so we don't have to convince him. Unfortunately, the other one that I drew was the meekling veteran meekling leader, and he takes 7 skill test of 7 to convince him to join us. So, but let's just go ahead and get on the way. Whisper has the tattered scarf, so she's gonna get 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Calamity right off the bat. I don't like to see that, but that's fine. We're good. And that goes up there. Okay. So this one is all about picking up those tokens. So let's spend these 2 cards here to move Whisper over here. And then we'll spend this. I know it's overspending, but we just want to make sure because that's why we did it. So 2 food. Okay. All right. And that's Whisper's turn. On to Ringer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, remember, it doesn't matter that they both have a card on them. We have to get to the 4th one before things become hostile. So let's see what Ringer can do here. We are going to spend 1 to go here, 1 to hop this green spot. And then I guess we will spend that to hop over here and just be in position. I'll just hold on to this card. All right, back over to Whisper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, perfect. This is what I needed. All right, so yeah, we really want Ringer over there, actually. Okay, so Whisper just needs to move 2. So we'll spend this to get up here into this space, and then we will spend this to do calm. So we have convinced this guy to come join us. And then there's not a whole lot I can do here. I could attempt my 7, but I have to start with a 1, and so the best I could get to is 3, and I'd be really far behind. But what I am going to do is pass this card to Bringer, because he only has 1 other card, and I'll just hold on to these. Alright, so Ringer is going to, let's see here. Alright, so one of the things I paid for to bring, one of the things I was able to bring along with me is Ziggy here, who is an accessory. He's this little, you know, I had to use up a battery to bring him, and I have to, yeah, essentially, though, I can discard a search token on the map and claim its prize. So we're just going to pick one here, once per thing, and this is 2 scrap, but that becomes 2 food. All right. And then, so we used Ziggy, and I guess I will go ahead and spend these other 2 here to attempt this other one. So I'm at 4 plus 3, so we definitely got that one. Now it's 2 more food. Okay, so now we can officially feed our population, but, all right, now how do I want to move to get over there? So we'll spend this to go 1, 2, 3, and we'll stop right there. I am going to go ahead and just discard these because I want as many yellow cards in my hand as possible next turn. So okay, back over to Whisper. Whisper is not really able to help out much here. All right, so let's see. Remove all negative 7, remove all toxic wounds, choose a space. No. Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot here we can do. So, question is, do I want to give these to Ringer or not? I wish I knew what he'd be starting his test with. Instead, let's go ahead and try and pick up this token. So we're going to spend all of these to get to 4. All right, so we get 2 more food. Okay. And that's it. Not much I can do with these, so we'll just save those. All right, so let's see what a Ringer now is going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so not the best here. I have 2 options because these are going over here and this is going to make the situation hostile. I can either use this as Feral Stare, which will remove this one and enable us to just get out of here. We lose 2 loot out of it, but they don't hunt us down. Or I could go for it if I start with this 2, then I add in this one and this one, that's 5, 6, 7. I am tied with the gentleman. And so I just need to make sure I don't roll a negative number. Let's do that. Because I could use the scrap. Perfect. Okay. So we convinced him with exactly 7 to do that. And so we get 2 scrap out of it, which is always helpful. And now at the end of our turn here, this surge, unfortunately, is going to tick up our time +1. But yeah, we are not going to be making the situation hostile. So these guys have disappeared, and now I just need to get off the board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the Whisper. This one's just gonna go straight over here because she is just going to spend, I guess this one to get out of here. All right, and Ringer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly 5 left in the pile. This one goes away, and he will spend 1 to move over here and be gone. So we need to now move down into the Parkway, which is 27. Okay, so here we are on open 24/7, and we always get roaches on this card. So let me get the roaches out. It's always 4 roaches because I almost always play with 2 characters. But they're the ones guarding all the loot. So there you go. All right, otherwise this is a very short one where you really just have to get to here and move on. Situation is hostile. We are now at 3 times, so no resting, no, cannot get a surge effect this time. Oh, and let me get my cockroaches card here. Scrapper. Roaches. Okay. So we just need to make sure we don't get any surge effects. All right, Ringer was the last one to go, so we will go with Whisper. Okay, so Whisper needs 2. All right, so here's Whisper's setup here. All right, so I think we just need to run in there and beat up on these cockroaches. They only have a shield of 3, but they only need 1 card to activate. So let's just get in there and do something here. Choose a space up 2 spaces away and in line of sight. All right, not in line of sight yet. You gain a bonus of +2 till the end of this turn. You cannot spring if you are trapped. Okay, so what we could do here is I can move 2 and get to that spot. So let's move 2. 1, 2. Now I am in line of sight of looking through the hole. So now I can spend this to activate spring. I can move up to 2 spaces away. So I can bounce into here. And I get a bonus of +2. My chopstick gives me 1, so that gives me 3. And I'm going to be doing a strength test. So that gives me 4, just right off the bat. So we're gonna do this for 5 to 3. Oh, and he got me. All right, and this one will make it 6 to 3. Okay, so I got 1. I was a little disappointed. And while I'm in here, I will go ahead and spend, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and spend both of these just to ensure. Yep, and we get a battery. Okay. All right, that was Whisper's turn. So, Ringer needs 2 more cards. Okay, so the roaches are gonna activate. So they activate and their attack is based on their numbers too. So we need to get in there. Actually, we don't need to get in there. We just need to get around the corner first. So 1, 2, then we can do a ranged attack. Yeah. So I can do a ranged attack, make this a green. So that's 1, 2. And this will give me 3, 4. Yeah, and since I started with a 1, I can throw this one in there too. That's 5 to 3. 6 to 6, so that's good. I still got 1, and I'm gonna go ahead and use Ziggy once per page to flip over this guy. 2 more food. All right. Unfortunately, now the roaches are going to attack, and I have used up all of my cards. Yeah, so I don't have any defense to muster, and they are just going to do a vicious swarm. All roaches move, then all roaches attack. Roaches sharing a space attack together, where X is the number of roaches in that space. Unfortunately, I have nothing to throw. Whisper is pretty darn good with defense. She's got 2, 4, 5, but I don't have any card to lay down to start my defensive skill test. So I am just going to go ahead and take a wound there. Okay, so now back to Whisper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so they are going to activate again. This really doesn't matter because roaches only have 1 attack. But let's see if I can't get rid of them here. How many can I get rid of? I don't know if I can get rid of all of them. But I can save my shield. So we are simply going to do an attack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 against 3. Got 1 more. Okay. Then they're gonna get to go. So we bring them back out. But this time I can defend. So I've got 2, 4, 5, 7 to their 3. So this is 5 to 5. I always win the ties, so I defended the attack. All right, over to Ringer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I guess we should just probably move on in there first. Try and get this last token here. So we'll move in with this. Then we'll do 4 to 2 plus 1. What did we get? 2 more food. All right, we're racking up on the food now. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get rid of this roach here. Or not even bother with it, maybe. Maybe we don't even bother with it. If I start this as another 2, 4, let's just ensure to make it 6 to 2, minus 2, that's fine. That should be 2 more food. Okay. And then we are actually going to, yeah, just spend this 1 to move back out here. All right, Whisper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, oh my. Okay, Calamity, +2, and we're at 3. +3. All right, so Calamity's 29-2, which means we are now encountering Smokey. So Smokey comes out. We've had Smokey come out before, and this just means we run. Where's Smokey's card? Okay, so Smokey comes down here now. Yeah, situation hostile. And so we do Calamity first, and then these would come out like that. So I think it's time to run, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, Ringer's gonna kind of be left behind here. That's pretty crappy. All right, so yeah, I think Ringer or Whisper's just gonna go 1, 2, and get that out of here because she's already wounded. Unfortunately, that means that the single roach is gonna get a hit. The single roach is gonna swarm out here and bite Ringer. And Smokey is going to do a swat. So Smokey moves towards and attacks all figures, not just characters. Okay. After attacking, if the target survived, place it on the furthest space from Smokey that is still in her line of sight. If the target is a character, it becomes marked. Okay. So that's fine. It actually attacks all figures. There's no way I'm blocking Smokey. So Smokey actually comes down into here and is going to knock me. These are both equidistant, so I'm just putting myself here, and she actually kills the cockroach as well. So Smokey's still left, and Ringer just needs to get the heck out of here. I need to give him 1 more wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, yeah, which one of these cards do I want to run with? We'll take the green one. Or no, I don't even need to discard the green one. I'm already on the space. So we are just getting out of here. Now, to my knowledge, I believe Smokey enters the hunt. Ringer was marked, but now that I'm leaving the page, it doesn't really matter. And now we move to chandeliers. Okay, so here we are on chandeliers, and this is, oh, I'm dropping dice. This is the one with the kind of rushing river puddle in it. We actually do have the milk carton boat now, but I don't even think it's that worth it because getting on the boat costs 3 movement points. Then we have to move the boat using heavy object rules. To move the boat in water, follow all the rules for heavy objects except move everyone on the boat with it. Treat solid blue lines as dashed white lines when moving the boat. And I only need to get here. So if I do the boat, I gotta take it all the way up here to dock it. And I really don't see the point in that. All I have to do is defeat these 2 guys right here, and I am successful in my mission. The encounter here says that the Gecko leader does have the flame weapon, which is interesting because he's the one with the knives. But any character attacked by the leader becomes on fire. But that's pretty much all we're dealing with here. So yeah, we are gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, Whisper gets 6 cards. And there's Whispers starting 6. So I need a blue to get into the water and a blue to get out of the water. Her thing allows me to jump over solid green lines, so that's not helping. Yeah, and I think we just need to get over there and start wailing on these guys. So let's see what we can do here. Let's use 1 to move Whisper here. Oh, okay. Number 2, I don't know if I've ever read this before, but this essentially says retrieve the fish hook and thread card from the item deck and add it to your broken items pile, but I already have it. It's already in my colony supply box and I didn't think to bring it. So we're gonna have to use 1 here to move up here, and then I need to spend this 1 to get back over the blue line. Now that I am in this spot, I am going to take a shot at the veteran gecko leader here. Starting with this, they have a shield of 7, so this is going to get me to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I am making a red skill test, so my action armor will allow me to reroll the white resolution die once. Yeah, so I think that's all we can do here. Or I could spring. Choose a space up to 2 spaces away. 1, 2. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. So if she's back here, I can spring over this. So yeah, let's do that. Can spring over, and now I'm going to get a +2 bonus until the end of the turn. Then I'm going to start my test with this. So I'm already at 2. This gives me 3, 5, and I can add this for 6, 7, 8. And I can save this one. So I'm at 8, and I can re-roll the white die if I need to. But I don't need to. So that is 1 hit on the veteran leader there. All right, we want to take him out first. And that's really all we can do with Whispers. So Ringer actually does not need any cards because he didn't spend any last time. So Ringer does not have the spring capability, so he definitely is going to have to do some stuff here. Okay, so I think let us move into here first, and then we're going to use this to get to 5. Pick up a token, -1, that's fine. So we're going to get 4 food out of this, get up to 18, and then I'm going to use Ziggy to pick up this other one that's going to give me 3 more food. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's Ziggy. And then I think what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I think I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna save this so I can move over there next turn, but I'm gonna leave Whisper over there, but I'm gonna pass this off to Whisper. All right, so now it's Whisper's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Okay, so we've got our first card there. And Whisper should be in fine shape. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna straight make an attack on the veteran leader here. Start with this for 3, and then we will go here. That'll give us 6. Again, we need to get to at least 7. So we've got 6, 7, 8 again. Oh, do I risk it? Yeah, I think we're gonna risk it because we're gonna try and end this right here. Alright, so I was at 8. He's at 7, so I can re-roll my white die. +3. Okay, good. So the meek, the veteran, is gone. So that means the Gecko Hunter moves up to take this card. So I either need to take him out as well, or he will attack. So I'm going to then spend these two. This is a red, and this one with it, to make another attack of 8. -2 to 0. They've got a 6, so I have 8. This makes it 6 to 6, so I went ahead and I defeated them both. Alright, so no problems from Whisper. She saves the day. And that's it. That was a pretty quick mission, but after the last one, I think we earned a quick one. Technically, Whisper's gonna just make an attempt here. Nope, and didn't do it. Okay. That would have just ended her turn. Right here, still sitting over here. We'll put him in the boat. All right, so we get 4 loot out of that. So we'll jump up to 6. And we're gonna get a +1 morale. And yeah, we're gonna go to 98.9. Okay, so 98.9. You return scorched and tired and carrying a diabolical weapon seized from the scaled ones who had used it to terrorize for their own amusement. They parted with it, but not willingly, says Grumple solemnly. We had to thump a few heads. Sometimes that's the only way, my old friend, answers Patch. Banish this mission card and encounter card 19. Retrieve the aerosol flamer card from the item deck and add it to your colony supply deck box. Go to page 101. So that was what I was afraid of. We already have it, but that's fine. So we get to lose encounter card 19. I'm actually gonna grab that right now so I don't forget. Encounter card 19, which was the flaming lizards. So they're no longer a threat. All right, let's see, side mission step, we took care of that. Clue step, we did not find any clues this time, that's okay. Event step, now is when we went 1 overboard. So we need to see how much this is gonna hurt. All right, 17 reads on this next page. Oh, merchants came and they bore many wonders. We get +2 morale. That's cool. All right. If you have the market, which we do, draw 4 items. Trade any items of your choice from the colony supply deck box for any choices items 1 for 1. So let's just take the top 4 items here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually did this last time. And so I don't know if there's going to be much that I want. We got the Tox Grenade again, which is pretty handy. Unbuzz. Choose 1 Scorpion and up to 3 bug tokens in an adjacent space to defeat those chosen enemies. Interesting. The Pen Pusher. And the Corkscrew. Ooh, I do like that. When attacking, ignore any positive result on the black resolution die. So essentially I could guarantee myself if I got up to the right number. Ooh. I guess I couldn't guarantee because I could still get a negative on the white die. Alright, so we'll take a look at these. I like what I have right now because we just got this encounter last time. But that last thing we need to do is now feed our people, but at this point we can only have to feed 5 people. So we're just going to go from 21 down to 17. That is beautiful. And then the last thing we can do is check to see if we can build anything. And so the question is, do we want to go ahead? Oh no, we can't afford the expanded nest. We can't afford the public council. Or no, the lookout post. These are the 2 things we lost last time. And I cannot I have the market, the garden, the workshop, I have all this stuff. I don't have, so the expanded nest is what I need to do next, but I do have the market. So I could trade 2 food to get back the expanded nest or the lookout post. Let's do the expanded nest. So I'm going to lose 2 food, 2 additional food, and that's going to turn it into 1 scrap. I'll use all my scrap and I will get the expanded nest, which will allow me to raise my population up and get training grounds. Training grounds is can defeat a lot of these after mission encounters. So that is going to do it for this mission. Again, that was mission 6. What was the name of this mission? Firepower. So after this, I think we may go after the toy car. Either that or Sideswipe. I believe that's kind of one of the main storyline missions. So if you have some input as to which mission you'd like to see next, please leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to the channel. It does a lot to support the channel just having you as a subscriber. So once again, thanks for watching and have a great night.